The grating laughter hung on the air, its echoing against the trees tamping away the setting silence. As the cold night filled my lungs, I gasped for sparse breaths between the aching of my stomach, amused so completely at the bliss this night had been. We hadn't a care in the world, and for one fleeting moment, as I looked up at the smoke rising from our campfire, like the embers falling away, I too was free. Though as we sang and danced, I took drink after drink, looking down into my cup, the tar-like reflection showing me the truth. I looked weathered and obscene. I hated to even look upon it. The real misery lying underneath this happy facade. This smile so fake. Why do I always harden my carapace to even the ones closest to me? I quickly turned my drink, chasing down the memory. It's still leaving a poor taste of fermented garbage coating the back of my throat.
Tell us another. Come on, tell us another.
They called like petulant children as the last of our drink ran dry. Fine. But after this, we really need to be getting back. It seemed I was the only one who cared. It was far too late. Just how were we supposed to sober up in time for the day of John's wedding? 10 drinks past the point of no return, and I don't care to remember the rest. Well, this was to be his hastily constructed stag do, a prelude of debauchery they forced me to create. Why did I even agree to this in the first place? As it hurt me so to see him marry the woman I loved. Though maybe it's what I deserve. I let the time waste as I struggled to build up the confidence for a confession. My dear friend John. I peered down my nose at him, watching, his relaxed and smiling face gloating in my direction. You stole her away. And now look at me. All I have left is the stolen glances of that weekend we all spent in Raton. I hate you, my dear friend. I hate you from the bottom of my heart.
So are you going to tell us or not? Yeah, come on, tell us.
I paused, gathering my thoughts. Another story you want, is it? Oh, I have one I think you'll like. My auspiciously mischievous glance and whispered tone grabbing their attentions. There once was a man named Eamon who spent his life as a seaman. But one frightful day he came to dismay, as his heart would wane in the spite of the rain, as he found a morose discovery. In the rain he spent the night in pain, for his wife was slain. He wrapped himself up in her body, and in the morn they found his folly. Plea as he might and plea as he may, they did not believe his trite display. Another had done this guilty sum, but the villagers would have none. To punish the man they took his daughter, and wrested her to vicious slaughter, making the man watch as they took her innocence, before the end, from the one he loved above all others, like it was theirs to begin with, like you even cared about her, and still you took her from me, the tension in the air squeezing like a wrapping serpent. Excuse me? John said, sneering at me. Not this again. Oh, my friend, it will always be this, my eyes betray. How many times do we have to go over this? She chose me. She loves me. We both got up, staring each other down. You mean nothing to her, John yells. Losing control of my rage, I strike him, sending him stumbling backwards, his hand drifting into the fire. I can almost hear the sizzling flesh. Emmerich and Fardinel look on in horror. I clench my teeth, locking my words inside, leaving my silence to speak, as my regret was too much to bear. "We're done here," his expression subdued and defeated. They three gave me one final look before walking towards the road. John shaking his head, speaking under his breath. "You've changed, old friend. You can no longer see past yourself." And with that, their figures disappeared into the forest, leaving me here with my thoughts, alone as always, alone in the dark.